Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Saturday, June 8th, and we are FanCastit live. We are talking about all the things and all the stuff and all the things. Also, shout out to Wise Up in the building for providing such beautiful headpieces that I can't wear because I got a bun thing.
Yeah, get the merch if you can.
Get the merch, man. Hey,
follow CJ.
CJ at Wise Up, and you can follow him at Wise Up Apparel if you are on Instagram and viewing. Check it out. He's got crazy gear coming out soon. We're not sponsored. We're just fans. All right, so that sounds like the most sponsorship thing to say.
You know what? Maybe we'll get sponsored.
Maybe we will get sponsored. That would be nice. Yo, holla at us. Yo, how's your week, bro?
Oh, it's been pretty good, you know. I had a good, nice little vacay.
Yeah.
And then the Raptors won yesterday.
Oh,
it's been a good week.
The Raptors.
One game away from winning it all.
Yes, go sports.
All right.
Hey, man.
You?
Actually, I've been pretty good. I have been hard at work on some of KEANUREEVES' newer properties.
Cool.
We will get to that a little bit later. But in the meantime, I've had a great week because I did not see DARKPHEONIX this weekend. We start off this week with some tragic news from Fox Studios, or what used to be Fox Studios. Disney now, yeah.
Yeah. Disney had its first superhero bomb.
Oh boy, that's rough. That's hard. That's hard to watch.
It's hard life, but it's okay. So DARKPHEONIX weighed what, $5 million in its opening debut?
$5 million in its opening debut. It took $14 million on the weekend.
No, it actually is up to now 42.
42?
42 million, which is still not good.
42 million in comparison, by the way,
to all the other X-Men movies.
Endgame took like $1 billion, like over a weekend. Like this is so rough. This is like a slow moving train wreck, and you know what? It's a fitting way to go out for the X-Men. I never liked that first movie. I never did.
I never liked the X-Men series to begin with.
I like the X-Men series. I just didn't like their first movie, and this one just looked. I think we talked about this over, what was it, almost a year ago now, when we thought the movie was coming out last year because it was supposed to come out last year, and the cast just looked tired, and everybody looked annoyed, and there was like multiple reshoots. I'm talking like 3 or 4 different reshoots. Like it was bad, just all the way around.
This does not do anything for anybody who was involved in the movie. Nicholas Holt's obviously going to take a back seat.
Jennifer Lawrence, spoiler alert if you're ever going to watch the movie, which, don't. She dies like 20 minutes into the movie. Like, everybody is exhausted. But the good thing, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Sophie Turner. Poor Sophie. She's the one who's going to take the biggest hit. Yeah. I mean, her character's name is on the title of the movie, for one. Yeah. And 2, this was kind of her ace in the hole after Game of Thrones, and it kind of just
bombed horribly.
But you know what? As we say, there's always a place in the Disney family. FanCastit did horrible, and Michael B. Jordan came back in beautiful resurrected fashion as the great Killmonger, and turned in one of the best performances of his career. So, you know what? We'll see what happens, but right now it looks like that movie is definitely going to be a scar on Disney's pantheon of movies. So you can add that to the list of country bears.
But they're going to save it with Spider-Man Far From Home. So
yeah, which I think will be a moderate success. I don't think it's going to be a smash like Captain Marvel or Endgame, but I think it's going to be a moderate success.
I think it might do bigger numbers than Captain Marvel. I don't think you give Tom Holland and Spider-Man fans much credit.
Do. I go off of the numbers that the last movie did. Captain Marvel took home $1 billion. Far From Home didn't take over. I don't even think it took home $500 million. But Homecoming. Sorry, thank you.
We get mixed up with those because the
titles are weird.
Super similar.
I'm excited to see it. I love me some Jake Gyllenhaal, so it should be a good bit of fun. I can't wait.
All right. Speaking of Tom Holland,
yes.
we'll jump right into the next segment. Has anybody ever heard of Uncharted, the PlayStation 2 game, which...
What? Have I ever?
Big franchise, apparently. Or, sorry, PlayStation game. I didn't say PlayStation. I meant PlayStation as a whole, not PlayStation 2. Yeah, that's becoming a movie, and Tom Holland is cast as Nathan Drake.
Oh, man.
The title character.
I don't want any more video game movies. I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. FanCastit Gaming. I don't want it.
So here's the thing. Video game movies don't turn out well. I don't care who you put in it. I don't care what name is going to be the biggest success in Hollywood. Video game movies don't work.
I'm actually trying to compile a list right now in my mind of all the big name stars attached to video game movies that still tanked.
Dwayne Johnson in Doom with Carl Urban.
And Carl Urban. Michael Fassbender in Assassin's Creed. Alicia Vikander in Tomb Raider. And Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. It's been a lot. Like Bob Hoskins in Mario Brothers?
Yep.
Yeah, like
Super Mario. Because there was a sequel to that.
What?
Yep.
I need to see this movie. Yo, you don't. I didn't know there was a sequel.
No, you don't. It's so bad. Don't.
Also, by the way, just on a note, why haven't we gotten a Donkey Kong movie?
Because
they had a great animated series. They had a great animated series, and I'm surprised. I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying that I'm surprised it hasn't been mine.
We got other ones coming out. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sure.
Sonic the Hedgehog with Jim Carrey and whoever else. Cyclops is in that one.
There is also the Mortal Kombat movies that came out a long time ago with Robert Shue.
Street Fighter. Street Fighter was bad.
With Jean-Claude Van Damme
and Ming-Na Wen.
Chun-Li with Kristen Crew.
Yeah.
All these movies. Terrible.
All right. Well, you know what? Look, we all know that those movies are going to be bad, and we know that we're not going to watch them. But I was surprised this week to find out that something that I was actually interested in watching is no more. What the hell? Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing got canceled in one episode, man.
I still don't know how you're interested in this.
I'm so interested. I saw the trailer. Y'all saw me if you were on Instagram. And if you're not doing that, please follow up on Instagram at FanCastit. But I put a review out there. I said it was the one trailer this week that I was actually excited for. And it just... What?
Okay, so there's other things to consider when Swamp Thing got canceled.
Yes, absolutely.
The biggest thing being...
Budget.
The budget.
Yeah.
So basically... Everybody that was involved with the project was told one thing, and then the next day they pretty much found out it was not. So 40 million turned to 14 million, and...
About that. And it's crazy because they shot the trailer and everything. The trailer looks great. It looks like the stuff that they had in there was good. I love things that have a nice little location that is away from the place that we usually get to see. So the setting is in Louisiana, and that was cool for me. And, hey, shout out to the people watching on Instagram. Rec Gear, Kirkland in the house, Louis Taylor, Courtney Jasmine, how you all doing? Hey, Kyle, how are you doing? Thanks for watching on Facebook. Guys, its cancellation kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Because to me, what that says is, whether you're a fan of the series or not, or a fan of the character or not, what that says is, we are not going for anything that isn't a short bet. Which is problematic to me. It's the same reason I don't like Titans. One of the many reasons I don't like Titans. I don't like DC just slapping Batman's name on everything, or just dressing it up like Batman, like they did with Arrow, and just putting it out there. There are so many fascinating characters within the DC universe that have nothing to do and have nothing in common with Batman, and they just don't get the light of day because somehow... Back in 1989, people were just like, hey, Batman made money. Let's just throw it on everything. And I'm not with it. I don't like that. So I'm very upset. Shame on you, Warner Brothers. Save that show.
I have a completely opposing opinion. I don't think Swamp Thing is a good character at all. I don't like his comics. I don't like the fictations. I don't like the style. I don't even like the goddamn story, to be honest.
Hater.
It's not a good
You
story.
uncultured swine!
It's not a good story.
It's so good!
It's just it's hard to look at this from a perspective of, yes, there's some artistry within it.
Yeah, of
but
course.
At the same time, it's Swamp Thing.
Okay, look, everything is gonna be a little. If you are watching anything with superheroes, it's granted, it's all gonna be a little bit goofy. That's just how superheroes are. Like, they made Batwoman look halfway decent and serious. Batwoman is a ridiculous character in its origin, but they reshaped it and contextualized it in order to make it seem interesting for
more
modern
than
audience.
A man that gets in tune with the swamp and is
Hey
covered in
man,
bile. No.
I'm not telling you that. That's how voodoo works. I don't know what to tell you.
It's terrible. Oh, good God.
Once you get past the elevator pitch, I promise you it's actually interesting.
I'd rather just see him in, like, a team-up with the rest of the dark characters from DC,
that's also another thing. I feel like this could have led to a cool little Dark Universe TV show.
Put Swamp Thing in Doom Patrol and take Cyborg out and put him in Titans.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. That's never going to happen. Doom Patrol's on another level. If you are watching Doom Patrol, let me know how it is, because I haven't really gotten through much of it. It just wasn't really my cup of tea.
I haven't even previewed Doom Patrol yet.
We'll put it out there. But anyways, speaking of characters, Young Justice, when is that coming back? But anyways, speaking of characters that are different from Batman and are profitable, Wonder Woman just got a brand new poster for its sequel, long-awaited sequel from Patty Jenkins, starring Gal Gadot.
It looks very 80s, which is nice. And
it's really cool looking.
The gold suit is like battle-ready armor.
Everybody's talking about it, man. And which, you know what, I'm so glad to see, because after they done stripped down her armor in Justice League and made her look like, I don't know what, I'm really happy to see that she's back to her roots. Wearing armor that actually covers her. I never understood the armor mid-drift thing. Like, I get, like, it's cute or whatever, but, like, does your abdomen not need protection? I don't understand.
No, it's what perverted guys in comics.
Oh, no, 100%. It's all owed to masturbatory material. I get it. Yeah. But it's just weird to have that as, like, a movie thing. And, like, every other aspect of comic book movies are just mined for people on the internet who are just like, oh, this is not hyper-realistic. Actually, Batman's armor is made out of Kevlar, and then they see Wonder Woman and they're like, why isn't she showing enough cleavage? It's like, I don't know, because she's a warrior and she gets hit with swords and crap. Like, I don't know. Comic book fans are weird.
I agree.
Covered in coochie. I can't with you.
I feel like Wonder Woman should have like a full suit of armor, kind of like Valkyrie does.
I agree. I love Valkyrie's armor. That is, by the way, Marvel, you guys nailed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a thing.
That should be 100%.
Because if superheroes are wearing like cheap leather and underwear, why can't Wonder Woman?
Exactly.
Batman gets a full suit to fight Superman. Yes, he's human, but come on.
But Wonder Woman's got to show off those arms, yo, and her shoulders, yo. Anyways,
I can see why though, because Wonder Woman's like next to basically invulnerable, except against like super power beings. But yeah. That's
what I was gonna say. It's like if you're fighting Batman, yeah, she barely has to wear a sports bra to do that. Yeah. But like if you're fighting Superman,
you're gonna need like
a full suit armor. That's different. And Wonder Woman doesn't really fight humans. Mm-hmm. That's her whole deal. She fights gods and aliens and all. Anyways, moving on. I got the look. I know.
Speaking of gods and aliens
and
all this crap, Dragon Ball Z is getting a new movie. Or Dragon Ball Super, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. I'm sorry for the language. Dragon Ball is getting a new animated movie.
Okay.
All right, good. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll save that for the gaming guys. I don't care. Does that even count as gaming? I'm sorry.
No, technically not. It's animation, but
I also don't care about it.
It's been a long animation that needs to die. speaking of things that need to die, Johnny Depp is getting petitioned to come back to
Ladies and gentlemen.
That was the best segue ever.
The greatest segue we have ever had.
Oh my god. Yeah, so people on the internet are not only trying to get Johnny Depp back into Pirates, they're also trying to resurrect Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., back from the dead from Endgame. People of the internet, I realize you love your popular fans, but leave the men alone. They've gone through, I think Johnny Depp's done 6 movies, and Robert Downey Jr.'s been in this mess for 10 years.
Yeah.
He can't play Iron Man for the rest of his life.
No.
Let the man live out his peaceful
him,
days.
Live. They have, children and stuff now. Not Johnny, he's a piece of crap. But Robert Downey Jr., let him retire gracefully. Obviously, if he chooses to return back to the world, they have left plenty of ways for him to do that in the wrap-up. The comic books have, hinted at a lot of different ways he can return if he so chooses. But Jesus Christ, I feel like the internet has created a world of people who are just not able to move on. Like, I was just talking with a friend earlier about the Genie and Aladdin thing, and people who are still, I feel like we bring this up once every 2 weeks, but people who are like, Will Smith, how dare he? He'll never fill the shoes that Robin Williams. I was like, guys, you guys were making fun of Robin Williams until he died. The last 2 TV shows he was on got canceled immediately. It didn't get past pilot. All right? He was a punchline by the time he died. I'm not saying he wasn't great. He was. Loved him in Good Morning Vietnam and absolutely loved him in Good Will Hunting. But let's not pretend like him being in Aladdin would have made the movie any different or better.
It was a cartoon voiceover.
It was a cartoon voiceover.
Most of the movies that I love Robin Williams for are the movies where he was actually present.
Yeah.
Patch Adams.
Yeah.
Or IP Man, or not IP Man.
No, not IP Man.
Yeah. It's the Robot Man movie. You know which one I'm talking about.
Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial
Man. Absolutely.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I loved him for the more dramatic stuff. I loved him for Insomnia. I loved him for 1 Hour Photo. He was a great versatile actor. But to get back to it, guys, Robert Downey Jr. can do other stuff. Somebody else will definitely come back around in 10 years and play Iron Man.
The Pianist with Jamie Foxx, and that got massive awards.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. can do other things.
This guy's had a storied career. He was on SNL. Mm-hmm. He was terrible on SNL. He got an Oscar award for Chaplin, for playing Charlie Chaplin, one of the greatest actors in old Hollywood.
What was it? Nonverbal actors.
Silent actors.
Yes.
And guys, he can do other stuff. I can't wait to see what he does outside of the Iron Man stuff. He had the ability to do maybe 1 or 2 movies while he was doing the whole Iron Man series, which is what a lot of actors are complaining about. Chris Evans was pretty vocal about this. The fact that he wanted to get into other projects and he literally couldn't because the scheduling was insanity.
Listen, I know how bad the movie was in a lot of people's eyes, but put Chris Evans on a project called Push 2. I love Push.
Yo!
Push was a great movie.
Push! I forgot about that movie. You know what? I don't even care. Yo, somebody needs to make a sequel to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I don't care if they're all 20 years older. I don't care. Make it happen. Come on, man. I want to see what happens next.
Scott Pilgrim versus the Universe.
Yes!
But yeah, no, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth,
he's retired. Or not retired, but taking a break.
Semi-retired, yeah. He's doing Men in Black, and I think he's taking a huge break.
Well, he's already shot that one.
No, he's doing the touring.
Yeah, he's doing he's doing the press tour for that right now. And guys, I can imagine I don't know, I am lucky enough to have a few friends who are actors and stuff, and obviously I'm not that's not a name drop. None of these people are big name people, but I see the stuff that they go through for their projects that are not gigantic. I could not even fathom the scheduling that comes with shooting anything that's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just from the training and all the pre-production that they have to do. Like, these guys, every single one of them has to look like they're gods. You know what I mean? Like, every single person. Remember what poor Aaron Taylor Johnson looked like before he was Quicksilver? He was just a skinny British dude, and then I saw him at the press conference for Avengers: Age of Ultron, and the guy came out like this, like he was jacked.
Monster.
He was a monster, and then he was only in that one movie, and I'm pretty sure he asked him to kill him.
Kill me now, so I don't have to stick to this workout regimen anymore.
Oh my god.
Speaking of other things that actually need to die, Indiana Jones.
Okay. So, you know what? We're going to make this one a double build, if you don't mind.
Yep.
All right? FanCastit's creature double feature, all right? Ghostbusters and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up, too.
None of these things have any reason for existing. I don't care who's directing. I don't care who's coming back. I don't care what's going on. I don't care who writes it. I don't want to see any more of those movies.
So all the old characters for both movies are coming back. Dr. Jones will be played by Harrison Ford, and the movie is scheduled to start filming in 2020. Also, Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver, who has been in the first Ghostbusters movie, is set to reappear in this Ghostbusters movie with everyone else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Sigourney Weaver being a great actress,
she's
and
phenomenal.
involved in like a lot of projects which people want to see come back. This is one I definitely don't want to see. She was in the second one too, I think.
Yeah,
she was.
Yeah, she was. I think all of them returned. Okay.
I don't want to see an old Harrison Ford use a whip.
I don't want to see an old. He was already old in the last one. He was already old. I don't want to see him
do all this actiony stuff.
Nothing was what I had a sheer amount of joy seeing Han Solo come back for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and I had fun with it. But nothing was more painful than watching 76-year-old Harrison Ford lumbering down one of those ships. It was so awkward looking and so bad. Like, leave him alone. And I know, I get it. Like, they all, like, sign on for these projects. But they're just actors. They want to make some money. They want to make their mark or whatever.
He has too much money to be doing this.
Yeah, I know. He really does have to. Some people be having too much money. But... yeah, I don't understand. I am upset about Indiana Jones because I feel like this is kind of just a vanity project for Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Like, I feel like this is just like, yeah, we still got it. You know those old guys who won't retire.
Mm-hmm.
They be holding up the jobs for people who are actually like young enough to do it.
Harrison Ford is trying to regain his glory days. Because before Star Wars even was going to, or set to come back, he was doing like horrible action movies, like Douglas Quaid. Like he was pretty much the Douglas Quaid of our era.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. You know what? There's a whole crew of them.
Quaid, yeah.
There's a whole crew of them. Dennis Quaid, Pierce Brosnan,
Sylvester
Stallone is doing Rambo,
Arnold
whatever.
Schwarzenegger, because he's going to be back in the Terminator movie in some capacity. You know this to be true.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, he already was in the trailer. So, here's the deal. I have no problem with rebooted movies. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I have no problem with invigorating a franchise, as we all know. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite movies of the last couple of years, or few movies of the last few years, was Mad Max Fury Road.
Which was
Fury Road or Road Fury?
Fury Road.
Fury Road. And Blade Runner 2049.
Mm-hmm.
Those were incredible, beautifully shot movies. One of them was directed by the original director, so the Mad Max one.
One of them had Harrison Ford.
And the other one was directed by somebody new, Denny V. And if you are going to come back to a franchise, you need to bring something new to the franchise. I don't think anybody has an interest in seeing Indiana Jones directed by the same dudes who directed it in the late 80s and 70s. And I don't think anybody has any interest in revisiting that particular world. If you're going to go back and dig through old content. Then bring something new to the table. Bring some new actors. Bring some new talent. Bring new writers. Bring new directors. Bring new visuals. Bring something. But, like, I think the perfect example was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. It was a bloated, half-hearted mess of a film. And it just sucked the joy out of what we got originally watching those movies.
It took
and y'all fit to do it again.
An hour of my life away.
Yeah. I love how you said an hour because I know you didn't stop watching it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't put myself through much more torture.
And for Ghostbusters, I mean, Ghostbusters just seems like the vanity of all vanity projects. I don't care that Jason Reitman is directing, and yes, he's a phenomenal director. I just saw The Front Runner; it's great. But, god damn, if I see Bill Murray's old ass put himself in a Ghostbusters costume, come on, man, who wants that?
Not me.
Not I. All right, next.
Last three things on the docket today. Okay. Warner Media and its new streaming service.
Yeah.
Might cost about $16 to $17, and this is including HBO and Cinemax.
Cinemax, you say?
Yeah, Cinemax, like the softcore.
Yeah.
Cinemax.
So that's a terrible idea. But what do I know? I'm not a business person. I don't know. But I'm trying to think of a positive here because I feel like we've been very negative today. It's good that HBO is franchising out so that other people can get a hold of HBO. That is a good thing.
There's no positive in this. It's going to be like $5 more than Netflix, and it's going to be running basically softcore porn and HBO.
Yeah,
which is another storytelling softcore porn network.
Which
it technically is. You can't lie.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm watching The Deuce right now on HBO, and that's basically all that show is.
Yep.
It's great story. I mean, it's starring Maggie Gyllenhaal and James Franco, who are also serve as executive producers of the show. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, thank you, Courtney Jasmine. Yeah, it is just. It's on Crave. All of this is on Crave. And I mean, Cinemax ain't on Crave, but, you know, Crave has Stars Network, which is kind of the same thing.
Cinemax is being craved.
Also, I mean, sorry, but who still wants Cinemax? Like, people are aware that we have cell phones with internet, right? Like we can get this content for free.
Not even 14-year-old kids watch porn on TV.
I wasn't trying to say the P word, but yeah, like people know where to find this stuff. Like I don't think Cinemax was for like people who didn't have internet back in the day and needed to, you know, get their jollies on. This is not of any use to anybody. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Are people still watching Cinemax? I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? All right, we got to talk about something that's actually a ray of sunshine and a lot of good news. It's a lot of news that has to do with one particular person, so we just put him on the docket. You know who we're talking about. We're talking about the man, the legend, the myth, the god, Keanu Reeves. My favorite bad actor on the planet. I love him so much.
He's like the MVP of like making horrible movies really, really good.
So good. Just so entertaining and fun. So we got a bunch of things to burn through with Keanu. First off, if you haven't seen John Wick Chapter 3, go watch it. It's so good. 2 is that he has been vetted to be attached to and star in Marvel's The Eternals, the super secretive Jack Kirby property that has already gotten the likes of Kamal Nanjiani and Angelina Jolie and Richard Madden from Game of Thrones. This is actually shaping up to be a really interesting cast, man.
I hope it does well. I really, really do. After The Inhumans, I really, really hope this does well. I really, really,
The Inhumans had nobody in it, though.
I really, really, really want
and had nobody. I don't even think there was a director attached to The Inhumans.
I really want it to do well.
I want it to do well. I'm not a huge fan of Angelina Jolie, but she is wildly entertaining to a lot of people, and a lot of people like seeing her in things. Cough, cough.
Madam
That was, I was actually gonna say Maleficent.
Oh, right.
You know, everybody.
Maleficent 2
is happening for reasons that I don't really understand, but a lot of people are interested. So there you go.
I treat Maleficent 2 like I treat Wicked. I don't like this.
You just hating. There you go, hating again.
He's also being attached to a really, really kooky project.
Hit it.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What do they call it now?
Bill and Ted have kids in this one too. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a weird movie.
Keanu Reeves is doing like for every 2 movies he gets one bad movie.
I never liked Bill and Ted. I don't.
It's too weird.
Yeah, I think it's way before my time though. It was like those like goofy 80s corn. Was it 80s or 90s?
They still have Goofy's cornball movies. It's 90s, but they had like a bunch of them. They moved on to the 2000s with American Pie and Dude, Where's My Car? Yeah, you're right.
As you can imagine, I was a very serious and pretentious child. So I didn't like comedy.
Who says anything's changed?
Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
We have one last bit of news today.
Sorry. There's one last thing on the Keanu Reeves docket.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Toy Story 4.
Oh, actually, okay, 2 more things on there.
I forgot he was going to be the rocket stunt cyclist.
What's his name? Kaboom Man?
Or Captain Kaboom.
Captain Kaboom. All right, so that's dope. Look forward to him in Toy Story 4. But I was actually going to say, they're rebooting The Matrix.
He's not going to be in The Matrix.
There is talks that apparently he's going to have a part to play in The Matrix movies.
I really don't think they should bring Neo back. I really think they should let it die. Let it die. Don't let him have...
Whoa!
Don't let him be like...
I know Kung Fu.
Don't let him be Internet Jesus in this capacity.
He is Internet Jesus.
Could you imagine them bringing back with like John Wick hair and then having him be like this with like no eyes and holes in his hands? No, stop this. Stop this right now.
I'm telling you right now that if it just so happened that the Christian God thing was actually real and Jesus actually did indeed come back, I am just putting it out there. It's probably Keanu. I'm just saying, he has Middle Eastern ancestry. He is the nicest person on the planet, and everybody follows him for an inexplicable amount of reasons. All right?
He is the one.
He is the one. I'm going to hell. All right.
Last thing on the docket.
Last thing on the docket. What we got?
People have been talking about Batman in the past couple of weeks.
The Batman.
There's rumor now that there might be a Robin in the movie.
Hey, that's good news. We haven't had an on-screen Robin since Batman and Robin.
That's not good news. That just tells me 2 things.
They're going to cast a child.
Robert Pattinson can't work with anybody, or can't work by himself. He needs to have a co-star in a movie.
I mean, everybody has to have a co-star
to work. I'm saying he's not a big enough name or a good enough actor to be attached to Batman.
I wouldn't say that. I disagree with that, but
it doesn't make any logical sense to throw in a Robin if you've essentially put a Robin costume in the future Batman movies and there's no backstory to it.
So they're gonna reestablish that backstory, or they're gonna ignore, or if they're smart and did what I would do, just ignore whatever the hell happened in those movies and just do your own thing.
Which isn't good because they've already told like 6 different stories and attached a giant movie to it. And
they're all bad. So like I don't know. In terms of the double bill thing, I wouldn't say that that's a huge issue. George Clooney obviously was a bankable star in the 90s, but he started with Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, the movie was bad. I'm just saying that.
I was going to see
what I'm saying is that
even the Val Kilmer one with Chris O'Donnell wasn't that great.
What I'm saying is that the stars themselves were bankable enough. It wasn't to say that Val Kilmer couldn't sell a movie. Val Kilmer we forget about Val Kilmer now because he's not doing anything. But Val Kilmer was like the most bankable star of the 90s.
Val Kilmer's eating a lot of Krispy Kreme.
Leave Val alone. You leave Val alone. He lived a hard life. Do you know how hard it was to play the Doors?
Right? You know how hard it was to play
Iceman, Viper.
Or no, he was Iceman. He
Iceman,
was Iceman in Top Gun and play Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, man.
In,
they had him. Remember that scene in Batman Forever where they have him like sleeping upside down? It was like, oh, he's a bat. I was like, this movie is not. What is this movie? This movie was nonsense.
Him and Nicole Kidman had like no chemistry.
Well, I mean, like, Nicole Kidman is awesome. I haven't seen. You know what though? I'll be honest. Nicole Kidman. I haven't really seen her have a huge amount of chemistry with many of her male co-stars.
Ever.
Like, you know who she had really good chemistry with? Which, of course, you're not going to know because you hate musicals and you hate fun.
I hate musicals. Musicals are not fun.
Those of you who love musicals, Moulin Rouge, she had amazing chemistry with Ewan McGregor.
I've seen part of
that. You've seen that? Of all of them, you've seen that one?
I've seen part of that movie.
That one is like the musical to end all musicals. That was like...
The musical had a music video attached to it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah.
Everybody had to know what that was in like the 2000s.
I don't know. I don't speak French. All right. I don't know what I said, but whatever it was nonsense.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, guys, that is the news.
No, I lied.
We lied.
I lied. Let's end it on the funniest thing we can possibly end.
What do we got?
Scrooge.
You go.
Not the duck. Not Scrooge McDuck. We're talking about Scrooge. We're so impressed and so happy to announce that Kevin Hart is not only going to be the Monopoly Man, but he's also going to be Ebenezer Scrooge.
I stand by that Monopoly movie.
How can you stand by any of this?
I stand by the Monopoly movie, man.
How can you stand by any of this?
I stand in solidarity with the Monopoly movie.
He's in Jumanji 2, he's going to be the Monopoly Man, and he's going to be Ebenezer Scrooge.
So for those of you who haven't caught on yet, they are doing a remake of Scrooged that was starring Bill Murray back in the day, and they've tapped Kevin Hart to play his role, which is a stupid idea.
Small man yelling at everybody.
I don't even. You know what? I don't care. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. I'm done with comedy. All right, I am not. Mark my word. I'm not watching any more comedies. I'm not reviewing any more comedies. All comedies need to just take a break. We need to just do tragedies for the next 5 years and then come back fresh for comedies because obviously we're out of ideas. Did you see Kevin Hart's last movie?
We're long out of ideas. That last one wasn't
the one with him and Tiffany Haddish
in the school environment. Yeah,
frick. Like what? I haven't laughed at a comedy in so long. It hurts.
That's not true.
When was the last time I laughed?
You laughed at Dave Chappelle's comedy special.
No. I'm not talking about comedy specials. Obviously, stand-up comedians are always at the top of the game. I'm talking about a comedic movie. I literally cannot remember the last comedic movie I've seen that was like, this is fun. I think it was actually 21 Jump Street.
That was the last one?
Or the Lego movie.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
No, Batman.
Oh, Lego Batman. That was good. Does that count as a comedy?
Technically it does. It's a kid's movie.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so all movies that aren't kid movies. I laugh at kid movies. Kid movies are great. Yeah. All kid movies are usually great. Even if the movie sucks, I can usually get like one good joke out of it.
That's true.
There's something that's in there. But adult comedies, man, they're on a ride. Like every single time I see Kevin Hart or Melissa McCarthy's name on a bill, I just groan a little bit. And now the new one is Rebel Wilson. They're just putting her ass and everything now. I seen her in a movie with Anne Hathaway that looks like it went straight to bootleg. And I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it and be completely surprised, but I doubt it. That's how I see it.
It's true.
Anyways, guys, that is all the news we have for this week. It has been a very, very strange week, but you know what? I like the fact that it's ended on a positive. There hasn't been too much bad happening this week, and that is a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have any comedies in the last little while that was your favorite comedy, let us know in the comment section.
And if it's anything with Will Ferrell, I'm deleting the comment.
I'm definitely yeah, we're deleting that. Don't comment that. All right, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill. Subscribe to Kelly Noir Pictures, where you can see all of our content and all of the content of our sister sites, such as May Moon, Spill the Z, Here's the Thing with Marc Samuels, FanCastit, and Unknown Artist, as well as Wise Up. Guys, thank you very much for the amount of views that you guys have been spewing out there. Our top viewed video is now at 3.2 thousand viewers. That is awesome. We're amped about that. Thank you. And hey, guys, happy Pride Week, man. I'm sorry we didn't dress up. Yeah, but you know what? We are with you guys, even though I don't think either of us like parades. Sorry, guys. We're not going to the parade. But but we wish everybody who is celebrating, no matter what your gender or sexuality is, a happy Pride. Enjoy, be safe, be awesome, and we will see you next week.
Toodles.
Peace.